Hey everybody, been on my had some family things to take care of, so I apologize for taking so long to make another video. Um, good things, nothing bad. It's that time of the year, gotta take care of some personal stuff. I just wanted to hit up this Psalms 1, first Psalms, and it's a pretty short psalm. It's only 6 verses. So this is not going to be a long video. I'm just going to kind of read it and go through it. Um, Unlike what I usually do is, break out, the dictionary and everything else to really dig in deep into the meat of things. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. So, in any case, here we go. Excuse me. Blessed. You know what? I know people say blessed, but I say blessed. Sorry. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. Don't take your advice from ungodly folk. Nor standeth in the way of sinners. Don't get in their way. If somebody's a sinner and you recognize that they're a sinner, let them do what they do because they're sinners. So you'll be blessed for it. Nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. It's kind of interesting because what do they say about women? What's the cliche? A woman scorned. So it just kind of makes you think that not that men can't be scornful, um, but how the chosen of Christ, not chosen, excuse me, the chosen of God, God's people, is always referred to in the feminine, and and then we read what is it, Numbers, that's all they do is murmur, or is it Judges? So yeah, scornful. Okay, verse 2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord. Blessed man. The blessed man's delight is in the law of the Lord. That's who his is. And in his law does he meditate day and night. That means that keeps his mind on the law. Everything is used. Everything that for the blessed man, everything is based upon that measure. So, um, and if either holds up or don't, and so and you're blessed for it. Now, there is a precept which is Joshua 1:8. So let's go flip over to Mr. Joshua here. Joshua, hold on now. You want to take some to Deuteronomy? Sorry about that. All right, Joshua, come on. All right, there we go. What was the precept? 1:8. So Joshua 1:8. So let's read that again here. Okay, Psalms 2:1-2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law does he meditate day and night. Joshua 1:8. Now after the death of Moses, I'm sorry, that's 1:8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have, and there's a little asterisk thingy there. Instead of saying have, you can say do wisely. Good success. That is definitely more enlightening. So when you delight in, the law of the Lord, and you meditate on His word, the law, um, and what He says, you're a blessed man. These are just the ways of a blessed man. Now, I find it funny, or curious, that you notice it's not. You notice the word righteous isn't mentioned. Just being blessed. I think that that's kind of telling a little bit. Just me. It's just my opinion. In any case, first Psalm, third verse, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit in his season, his leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth, shall prosper. I mean, it's like, going back with the prior, with the precepts there. Just, there's nothing that's gonna. I mean, everything you touch is just like, like the Midas touch almost. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it all just starts with, just following the commandments. Anyway, let me continue. First Psalms verse 4: the ungodly. So we're now about to show you the comparison to the blessed man versus the ungodly, which obviously is in the very first verse. Okay. Um, excuse me 1 second. All right. So the ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Job 21:18 and Isaiah 17:13. Let's go over to Job and see what Job has to say about this. Job 21:18. I hope everybody's having a good day and a blessed weekend too. By the way, I hope everybody's really enjoyed their family, the time they have. Um, it's children. Children are a blessing. Family is a blessing, and that's always you always get a chance to see that. It's always and enjoy that. It's always a beautiful thing. Sometimes in this fast world we live in, it's kind of like underappreciated. All right, Job 21:18, and that reads. Let me read this verse again. And see, the ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. 21:18. They are as stubble before the wind, and as chaff that the storm carrieth away. Pretty much is this confirmation a little bit, basically. Now, this one here does have two more precepts. Psalms 1:4, which refers back to where we're starting from. And then Hosea 13:3. See what that's about. Hosea 13:3. And I apologize, my energy is kind of low. Like I said, I just been spending a lot of time with family, and a little exhausted, a little tired. Minor prophets, I tell you. Pass them too quickly if you're not careful. There we go. Hosea, what verse was that? Hosea 13:3. Okay. Hosea 13:3. Let's go back. They are as stubble before the wind and as chaff that the storm carrieth away. Hosea 13:3. Therefore, they shall be as the morning cloud and as the early dew that passeth away, as the chaff that is driven with the whirlwind out of the floor, and as the smoke out of the chimney. Whew. Sucks to be ungodly. Jeez. And this one has a precept. Daniel 2:35. All right. Let's see what Daniel got to say. 2:35. And 2 and 35. That's kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting that. This goes to prophecy. Then the iron, the clay, the brass, silver, and the gold, broken to pieces together, and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors, and the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them, and the stone, and the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. And that goes back to Psalm 1:4. Came full circle. And pretty much it's just pretty much saying your ass is grass, Mr. Postman, when it comes down to being ungodly. Because that just took us to the day of the Lord, basically. Or whenever God get good and ready. So it can be any day if you ungodly. But that was definitely that fit to the prophecy of Daniel. Um, so interesting stuff. So let's go through Isaiah 17 and 13. That's also based upon this verse. 17:13, Mr. Isaiah. 17:13. 17:13. Book of Isaiah. 17:13. 17:13. Isaiah says, the nations shall rush like the rushing of many waters, but God shall rebuke them, and they shall flee far off, and shall be chased as the chaff of the mountains, before the wind, and like a little asterisk, a rolling thing before the whirlwind, and the little asterisk says, or thistle down, tumbleweed, basically. Did you notice though that God shall rebuke them, and the nation shall rush like the rushing of many waters, and God shall rebuke them. Wow. So when you're a blessed man, in confrontation or when you are uh, confronted with an ungodly person, simply by sticking with the commandments, simply by sticking with keeping the word of God here, here, day and night, these 24 hours, focus on the Creator, then this is what goes down with ungodly people. God, he comes, he take care of business. It's like he's on from the description. It's like almost as if God is like a dam, and so the nations, and obviously the ungodly are nations because it says it's nations, and Um, but God's going to be like a damn. No, I rebuke that. So when you are um, truly trying to walk in the Word of God, and especially for all my Hebrew people, but all people, there's no how to game work. Oh, precept. Um, that one took us. Excuse me. What was I? Yeah, that one took us, and that takes us back to Psalms 9:5. So the nation shall rush like many rushing waters, but God shall rebuke them, and they shall flee far off, and shall be chased as the chaff of the mountains before the wind, and like a rolling thing or thistle down before the whirlwind. Psalms 9:5. Psalm, Psalms 9:5. Thou hast rebuked the heathen. So, the ungodly are heathens. Thou hast destroyed the wicked. Different group of people. Although one and the same. There's no and there. Two distinct groups. That's all I'm saying. Thou hast put out their name forever and ever. Blot it out. And it has a precept. Deuteronomy 9:14. This is a deep song. I love it though. I'm sorry, I lost my place. Psalms. What did it take me? I lost my place in the book. Ah, there we go. Deuteronomy 9:14. Deuteronomy 9:14. Let me alone that I may destroy them and blot out their name from under heaven, and I will make thee a nation mightier and greater than they. So, Hebrews, what's going to go down? You're going to be put back where your rightful place, the right order of things as God had ordained in the first place. Going all the way back. This also has two more precepts. This goes to Exodus 32:10 and Deuteronomy 29:20. Let's go check out Exodus 32:10. Exodus 32:10. This is why it's so important to read line upon line and precept upon precept. Because when you read something straight through, you it's more to it. That's why the precepts are there. And you need to read all through all the precepts to get the correct picture painted. 32:10. 32, 32:10. All right, 32:10. 32:10 of Exodus. Now, therefore, let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make thee a great nation. That's cold blooded. I love that. That's just like verbal hug from the creator right there. And don't even bother me right now. When he gets so when he goes in, he gonna go in so hard. He gonna say, don't, don't, don't even, don't distract me. I mean, you ain't gonna have to say a prayer. That's how I see it in my, urban mind of things. Deuteronomy 29 and 20. This is neat, right? It's for some songs, huh? Deuteronomy 29 and 20. The Lord will not spare him, but then the anger of the Lord and his jealousy shall smote against that man, and all the curses that are written in this book shall lie upon him, and the Lord shall blot out his name from under heaven. And precept goes to Deuteronomy 9:14, which basically reconfirms that verse. Wow, that's jealousy. I had a friend of mine who posted a meme on Facebook with saying how God gets jealous and isn't jealousy a sin? And I had to make the correction and told him that that's not correct. Jealousy is not a sin. To covet is a sin, and the um, difference there's those words are two different things. You know what? I said I wasn't, but I'm sorry. But they're not the same word. You can Google it, and you'll know that it's not. The words mean two different things. But since we're talking about it, I got a dictionary. Let's just look this up real quick, because I don't want people lying to you and pulling wool over your eyes. That's that word magic. Covet. Covet. Covet is a verb meaning long to possess something belonging to someone else. Pretty straightforward. Now, the synonyms are desire, yearn for, crave, have your heart set on, long for, hanker after, or hanker for, hunger after, or hunger for, thirst for. And that is right. Oh, sorry. That is right there of it. Okay. Hope y'all can see that. So now let's go look jealousy. Because jealousy, covet didn't have jealousy as a synonym. See that? Jealousy. 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 Jealous, 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 jealous. Where is it? There we go. Jealous. Envious of someone. I'm sorry. It's an adjective. Envious of someone else's achievements or advantages, resentful of someone who you think is a romantic rival, very protective of your right or possessions, See the context? Yeah, that's not the same as covet. So, um, just I can't. All I can do, like I said, following Psalms 1. That's why we're reading it. You know, I can just point the right thing out, and you do what you do with it. So, in any case, picking back up where we left off here in Psalms. Let's see here, Psalm 1. Okay, now we're at verse number 5. Therefore, the ungodly shall not stand in judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. See, you're going to be on the lower side of it, like a dam, and there can be like rushing waters, and so you're the blessed person, the blessed man, um, is the congregation of the righteous. But notice this is we're just now getting to righteous, and righteous is in reference to a group of people. So to be righteous needs to be more than just one, but the individual can be blessed. See the difference? Oh, I think that's kind of straightforward. And the final verse. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. And that is a precept of Psalm 37:18. 37 and 18. Ah, come on. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. With the precept going back to Psalm 1:6. So just know, be blessed. Um, don't take advice from people who don't believe in the Creator. Their purpose is to lead you astray, no matter how innocent it may seem. It doesn't line up with um, what God says, man. Don't roll with it. No, don't stand in the way of sinners. Let sinners be sinners. Let them do what they do. Because their time is nigh. Um, you don't have to do anything, man. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. You still gotta speak the truth. Sit. Nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Um, Now that we've gone all the way through and rereading that, I want to kind of wrap things up on this final point. I know it hurts when people talk out of the side of their neck, or mock, or ridicule. And I say this for the fellow video authors that are out there that are teaching a good word, teaching truth to the best of their ability. Brother Lex Will, Brother Nabi, uh, Brother Baptized Black Scribe. Y'all should check them out. They stay on top of the game. And I'm gonna throw one a curveball at you. Rob Skiba is a good one too. He still is holding on to I guess I would call it Christian perspective. But his research and his he believes in line upon line, precept upon precept at least, for the most part. Um, and if you watch him, can see his journey, his evolution. So a lot of reasons why I like Brother Lexwell too, because I mean, my man made 700 plus videos. I probably watched all of them. But the one thing you can see going back is how he's evolved and grown as more information has come in and developed, things of that nature. And baptized by Scribe. Um, so, and the reason why I'm bringing that up is just to say, when you're giving out your when they attack, because they're going to attack, stay and come from a place out of love. Because it's a thin line from us being a one-sided God and the other. According to the word, I think it's in Deuteronomy 28, I believe it is, about the curses. Brother, what is it, brother? Mother against daughter, you know what I'm saying? Sister, brother against brother. It's not going to be, when God moves upon the ungodly, it's not going to be an enjoyable thing to watch. It's going to be a very sad thing to watch, actually. I know the Bible tells us that those who those who are everybody's going to pay for the iniquity of their fathers unto the third and fourth generation. It's just that simple. And for a lot of people that benefited from 400 years in this country, the word clearly writes out what's going to happen. So I ain't got to yell at you, because that's what Psalms 1 just told me. You are ungodly, you're a heathen, and you're wicked. So you ain't listening to me anyway. But my part as a blessed person, to be a blessed man, is simply to tell you. And just want to keep my brothers encouraged out there, sisters behind the scenes. Be encouraged out there. But I'm asking for not to be jellyfish, because y'all already know I don't like Sims. But I am asking for you guys to show mercy, come from a place of love, speak out of mercy. You don't get me wrong, you gotta smack a person, hoops upside the head, and that's just what it is. But, but come, come, come from that point. Come from that point. Because when this happens, as it happens, it's gonna be terrifying. And we're gonna watch. No different than when God made the watchers watch their kids kill each other off. And Michael wept, basically. Sum it up shortly. So, they got their day coming, just like we do. And it'd be like water from the back. Alright? So, peace, love to everybody. Hope you guys have a wonderful Sabbath, day of rest, and spend your time day and night in the law. work with God. Keep doing what y'all do. Don't be discouraged. Know you're blessed. Love and being blessed. Way about it. And in Psalms 1:1, I'm a big believer in simplicity. Can get no simpler than that. So, um, when we come together, we'll be righteous. It's Zion. So, peace out, y'all.